Coach. Thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 bud. Watch twins. Watch twins.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field, but at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
51, Mike 51.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Right here. Where are they, team? Stay with your man. One. 51's a Mike, boy. 51. Hey, come on, now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Single receiver.
On 2nd and goal. Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's go. It's on the crowd. Wow. 51's the mic. Here we go. Go. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll be taken down by the the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Man up, deep. Man up, deep.
Second and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Chopper.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now, Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Check, check, check. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
From the 44, Mariota. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota. Pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah. 51's the mic. 51.
Mariota again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Rams 3, Bengals nothing.
I know he ain't got it. Three. Check hot route. Hot.
On 2nd down. It's Henderson, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the...
Rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's go. Watch the run.
Mariota now. That's taken in by Henderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Watch out.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Blue down.
Now Mariota. That's complete to Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
He don't want it. Be good.
From the gun to give to Henderson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down now. It's Henderson, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Okay, ready for 2, right 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Nicholas. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, Mariota. He'll fire one in zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 23 yards the pickup there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
52 right here. 52. Now watch one. Showing it. Eddie Weapon.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 4. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
First down, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before? What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mike 51.
On third down, Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man, it's Eifert. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
We want it. Come to
Mariota to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mariota again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
51, Mike.
To the air again, Mariota. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Mariota now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They can't hang with us.
Mariota now from the 50. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Right here, right here.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got you. I got you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Where are they, King? Safety's creeping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Right there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mariota. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A draw play for Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Pick me up. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Working out of the gun, Mariota going for the deep ball and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
2nd and 9 now. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a handoff looking right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and
10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Mariota now. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 26-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Tighten on. 3, 1.
Mariota. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Rams on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The kick by Lambeau is good. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you game.
Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And they take a knee.